Hey guys, so quick update on taking the gravel out. I hate this a lot. I hate it a lot. Like, this is one of the most traumatic things I have ever had to do on an aquarium. Well, maybe not. But just the stress that this is probably causing the pufferfish. This is why I took the shrimp out, because I was afraid one of them would die in this procedure. The pufferfish are extremely stressed out right now. I have no hope for the snails in here because they look exactly like the gravel. This is the thing. Whenever you do a big aquarium change, things could die. And you gotta think about how closely you're willing to toe that line. And I'm towing it pretty close. Actually, I'm over it. I'm definitely over it. Snails, this is not good for the snails at all. The pufferfish, I really hope the pufferfish survive. My gosh, I don't know what I would do. Anyways, it's looking bleak, really bleak. We'll see how far we get tonight. Okay, so all the old gravel is out and it looks like a tank off of FTR. It's bad. It's really bad. I hate it. I hate putting my fish through this, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do everything tonight because it's already 11 o'clock, and if I try to go and do the full scape right now, which if I put in the sand I'll have to because of how difficult I think it's gonna be to scape with sand. We'll find out. I'm just gonna do the bare minimum to keep everybody happy and well. And then we'll start working on it again tomorrow morning, which is also when I upload the next video, so don't miss that. Okay, the gravel's in, the salvinia is not apparently. Floating plants are crazy, man. The pufferfish are calming down. There's water all over my bedroom. But it looks good. It really brightens it up, and I like it. I do like it. So I'm gonna turn the filter on, I'm gonna turn the heater on, we're gonna leave it like it is for now, and then first thing tomorrow morning, we're gonna get the sand in there. All right, day 2. Good morning. It is quite early, but we're gonna jump right in. Alright, so one of the things that you guys may have noticed in this video that's different than other scaping videos that you've seen online is we're scaping this after it's been set up officially, after the bacteria has been put in, after the fish have been put in, after the water's been put in. And we're certainly not going to take the water out now that the fish are in. Now, was that always the plan? No, definitely not. But it is, I won't recommend it. Because when you take all that gravel out, you're also taking out all the bacteria in the gravel, and in my case, all the rotting snails as well, which is providing a nutrient base for those plants. So when I plant those plants in a second, they're not going to have any nutrients in the substrate other than what's fallen back down out of the water. Now, I didn't change the filter media, so there's still that bacteria, but putting substrates into the tank now that it's already been set up with water in it is a little more difficult, especially with sand. And I'm going to show you guys how we do that, hopefully without messing stuff up, in just a second. All right, just finished washing the sand and it's a mess. It's the most messy substrate I've ever had to deal with. Probably, it's still on my hands, dude. What other substrate can you get in your ear and not get out? We are gonna start with the large gravel. Gonna start shaping this. Then we're gonna put the sand afterwards. I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. But we'll do plants before sand. So let's do it. Alright guys, the sand is finally in. It looks really good. It looks really good. It's gonna look better when the light is on, when the plants are kind of growing over it. When it's done, it's gonna look better. But I'm gonna play a cinematic right now of the sand and the gravel, and I'm just gonna talk about why I chose both. Now, the gravel I chose because it's very big, which means the sand, if I need to move the sand, I can put a net in there, scoop out the gravel, and then the sand will sift out and I can just work with the sand and then put the gravel back in afterwards. So it's really convenient that way. Also, I chose the bigger gravel because of the color it has. So the color kind of ranges from a dark brown to white, and that's perfect because those are kind of the colors of the snail shells that are going to be left over in this tank. And it's going to kind of hide the wreckage that the pufferfish leave behind. The sand I chose to be this lighter color. Obviously I don't want it to be the same like brown of the gravel, otherwise what's the point in even having it. So this white sand I think is going to look really nice going forward. And yeah, let's get back to work. Looks alright to me. You guys can see that I put the filter kind of underneath the gravel, so it's actually drawing from underneath the gravel, which means it's not going to get jammed up as much, and it's not going to suck in shrimp when we eventually put them back in here. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Look at this. This is just the first handful. Handful number 2. Alright, so before we let the sand settle, there's kind of one more thing we need to do. Not need to, or want to. I got a piece of Marima moss ball that was left over at the store. And of course, snails. So let's go put them in. All right, now I've never worked with Marima moss before. It's a little expensive, but I think we'll put it on the top of this tree. There we go. Looks all right there. All right, so we're gonna put the snails in now, and by the time the pufferfish are done with them, we're gonna come back and check out the tank with the dust all settled. the 10-gallon pea puffer tank is finally done. Except it's not. There's so much more we're gonna do with this tank and the other tanks and so much more. And if you guys don't wanna miss it, make sure you subscribe down below because we're putting out a video every single Sunday on so much aquarium stuff. It's insane. So subscribe, hang out with me in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next week.